Rain drops on today's episode, Reality with the King. She's free.
Oh, bitch. We gotta hurry and get through this because I have a flight right after this. I'm leaving the damn country, honey. I'm out. Skirt. I'm out. I gotta go.
Jen Shah has been released from prison after serving a 2-year and some months sentence. Jen Shah is here, but Monica Garcia. So are you getting your passport? Are you leaving the country? Are you scared, nervous, excited? What's the feeling?
Let me tell you, I have all these mixed emotions because after dealing with certain people on this cast, and especially after watching this season, I'm like, girl, Jen's got to come back and fix some shit because people are out here wilding out and she needs to like humble a bitch. But now that I know, allegedly, right, she's not coming back to the show per Andy Cohen. You know, it's bitter over here. It's a little like, oh man, look, if I'm going to keep it completely real, I'm happy for her boys. I really am. Like, at the end of the day, we're all mothers, and I can't even imagine how her children feel, especially right before Christmas. And to not acknowledge that would be completely heartless and unrealistic. Like, obviously, we want children to have their moms and their dads. And I do feel happy for her that she's able to spend Christmas with her children. That is just literally what life is all about, period. But yeah, like I said, it's bittersweet. It's kind of like I'm happy for her children, but I'm also hoping that she's changed and we're not going to get this crazy vindictive behavior with retaliation against certain people, and that she can truly just move on. Like, I hope that she really did maybe change and heal, and that we can just I don't think that's gonna happen, bitch. I don't even know what I don't believe I am saying these words and I don't even believe them coming out of my mouth.
I don't believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. No, listen. I'll say that. I'll say this. Excuse me.
Yes,
I agree with you. I think for the sake of her family, it's amazing that she's able to spend the holidays with her boys.
Yeah. And a lot of her victims will not be able to do that.
And that you have no argument for me when it comes to that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's one of those things where, you know, when it comes to some of the Bravo audience, I've said this before, a lot of them pick and choose which crime they feel their favorite reality star or housewife is able to sort of get away with, right? Yeah. So again, I've said this since day one. I'm not here to call judgment on anybody. Similarly to Karen Huger, where I said, look, she did her time. She was found guilty. She spent the time she had to, courtesy of the law. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. That's what they did. So the same rule applies to me when it comes to Jen. I'm not here to say yay or nay. I'm here to say, look, she followed the position and the opportunity that was presented to her when she pled guilty. And she served her time, and she served 2 years and 9 months. That was the court of law. But you are right. We cannot forget about the victims.
No, we can't. You gotta acknowledge that. Yeah.
Yes, we have to acknowledge them for sure. So it'll be interesting to see where her mindset is at in this situation. I agree with you. I'm hoping that vengeance is not hers, it's the Lord's. Do you know what I mean? And look, I'll say this much. I watched season 1 of Salt Lake City and I was immediately drawn to her comedy. Yeah. You know, like I was drawn to her being funny and being wacky in the grand sense of the word, right? I was never drawn to any vindictiveness. So I will say, as somebody who watched the show season 1 solely because I was fascinated with her big personality, I was fascinated because she was funny. And my hope is that serving 2 years and 9 months humbled her in a way that when she gets back on television, whether it's through Salt Lake City or another program, that she obviously has a lot to answer to when it comes to what she did. And with that being said, I just want to see fun. I agree with you. I don't want to see revenge, vindictiveness.
No.
Listen, I like a nice read,
Yeah, we love that.
We love a good read, but I don't want to see anything that's dark.
No, and I totally agree. And I definitely don't think we've seen the last of her. Like, okay, maybe she doesn't come back to Salt Lake. Maybe she does. Who the hell knows with that? But I don't think we've seen the last with her. I think, if Anna Delvey can go on Dancing with the Stars with the ankle monitor, honey, I mean, who knows what is possible? I think we could see her on Netflix. I think we could, who knows? Really, who knows? But yeah, I do. I hope that she's changed. I hope she's able to just like pivot, put the shit behind her and move forward. Because I know that's ultimately what people want to see. I will tell you, my DMs have been wild. Everyone sending me everything. And I did see something, just so the raindrops, know, apparently she will be either released to a halfway house or her own home confinement. So it'll be interesting to see what happened. I mean, honestly, people want to see it. At the end of the day, you can't blame them because she was such a big focal point, truly.
Yeah.
And her story played out online. So it'll be crazy to see where it goes, but happy for her kids. That's
yes. And to piggyback off of what Monica just said, according to the BOP policy, Jen Shah could either have been released to her home or transferred to a halfway house to complete the remaining portion of her sentence under supervision. And while a final decision was made prior to her departure, that information is not being revealed yet in order to protect her privacy. The BOP raindrops is the Bureau of Prisons Phoenix Residential Reentry Management Office. So a spokesperson did tell People Magazine that community confinement means the inmate is in either home confinement or a residential reentry center, a halfway house. For privacy, safety, and security reasons, we do not disclose on individuals' specific location while in community confinement. So we don't know where she's at. And let's be clear, Jen Shah was given a 6.5-year sentence and surrendered herself on February 17th, 2023. So with that being said, with her release being only 2 years and 9 months, we still don't know when they say, her serving the remaining time of her sentence. Is that 4 more years?
Yeah.
In a halfway house? Is that 4 more years of house confinement? Based on what I'm reading, that information, Monica, has not been disclosed either.
So I do have a question, and I don't know. Is home confinement, does that mean house arrest?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So pretty much she will have to stay in her house, like with like an ankle monitor type of thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, ankle monitor for sure. Having a curfew.
Wow.
Yes, having curfew. From my understanding, not being able to leave the state.
Wow. Okay.
It's yes. It's listen. I'm sure a lot of people would prefer to be home, and we all battle what it was like to stay at home during COVID. But that is the case. She will, if she is in house arrest, she will wear an ankle monitor. She'll have her curfew. She would not be able to travel unless it's something that they approve. So it really is a restriction. But to your point again earlier, she will be at home with Coach Shah and her kids. And to me, that's a huge blessing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is not maybe a blessing to you, my sweet Monica, is
Uh-oh.
your former castmate, Honey Budding Pudding Pie, decided to do a Women of Salt Lake City Mean Girls dance that, where they all wore their Santa outfits.
Their pleather, honey, yeah.
Not the pleather. So just so we are fully aware of who was involved, it was Angie, Whitney, Meredith, and Brittany as they recreated the infamous Mean Girls Jingle Bell Rock dance. And Bronwyn was Regina George's mother. What did you think about that, Monica?
Oh, I had so many thoughts. You know what? I wanted to go off, and people came at me. People actually like. I made a reel about it. People
not a reel.
I made a reel, and it was nice. That was the nice version. But look, Bronwyn actually fucking killed it. She actually had me laughing my ass off. She did an amazing job. She was. Let me just be very clear. She is exempt from this. She and Brittany and honestly Whitney, my beef is not with them, honey, okay? My beef is with the other two who made it seem like I was such a fucking loser for bringing up a Mean Girl reference because I made my receipt book a burn book. And then they have just been piggybacking off that. It was very comedic. Like everyone's like, shut up and move on and da-da-da-da-da. Get over it. And I'm kind of like, y'all are the same people that are still crying about your trauma from the 3rd grade. So shut the fuck up, first of all. Okay? Because you guys are still talking about stuff that happened to you when you were 10. This was just a couple years ago for me. Literally. And also, they talk so much shit on the burn book. And then you're going to be out here looking a fool, dancing on stage, doing the Mean Girls dance. So it really just give me some credit for giving you that idea. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, look, listen, you were iconic, and evidently it shows because it was one of those things where I saw where it was sort of like, and this is for the girls, right? Like you said, I'll just say Heather because I think she's like the ringleader.
100%.
Heather can't deny your impact, and she can't deny the impact of what you brought to the show as it relates to going viral. Because let's be clear, they're not doing this to raise money for charity. They're doing this to go viral, and they know that piggybacking off of something you did at the reunion with the burn book was the best way to go about it. So it was, in a weird way, it was sort of like, unbeknownst to Heather, maybe a sort of like a nod to Monica Garcia.
You know, this is the thing. Stop acting like I traumatized you so fucking damn bad and that you're so mad about it, but you're doing the Mean Girls dance. That's all. That's all. And let me throw my little shade and let me have my little reference. I thought the reel was hilarious, honey. I thought it was funny as fuck because you want to be on that stage so offended, so appalled, so uninterested that I made a burn book. And then you're up there with your little coochie coochie coo dance on the stage, pretending like you're Regina George. So that's all. Just give it a moment. Just give it a moment like she deserves.
Well, there you go. Well, listen, that was a moment that I thought was comedy because when it comes to this episode that we're about to recap, the snowflakes are melting and it's not standing on solid ground. Yes, it's
this episode had me all the way pissed off, to be honest.
How about you go first then?
Okay.
You take it away.
You already know, bitch. You already know. She got a novel.
Come on, novel. Come on, Jackie Collins.
Okay, because you know I've been waiting to talk to you about Miss Braunwyn, honey, because I know she's the one to talk about because she's the newest snowflake. So we're trying to figure this woman out on multiple levels, right? And I've been saying to you, she's over here acting one way, acting another way, saying one thing, doing another thing. Carlos,
I
this
thought
might
of you, by the
be,
way. Go ahead.
bitch, this might be some of the most whack ass shit I have seen a housewife try and backtrack. Girl, you cannot run this shit back. You cannot say, let's have an open marriage and then be like, I never said that. I am so confused because now you got me over here siding with fucking Heather Gay and I'm mad at you for that. I'm mad at you for that because what do you mean you never said that?
Yeah.
What do you mean? We had this whole moment that you showed the viewers of you literally having an open conversation about an open marriage. That you were like, I want to pick out the girl. And, if that's what, he's into, and let's talk about it. And I'd be open to it. And like, da 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 da. And then you're going to say, no, I'm so happy. There's no problems at my house, honey. We're good. We're good. We don't have an open marriage. No, I never said that. Bitch, what the hell? Carlos, what the hell?
I listen, as you know, I'm a Bronwyn Newport stan.
Yes.
And I will say, I literally thought of Monica Garcia. I was like, oh, fuck. Monica called it. I said, Monica called it. She said, bitch, that Bronwyn, I like her, but Carlos, she's not keeping it 100. I was shocked. I was shocked that she tried to not only lie, because let's call it what it is. It's not forgetting about it. It was a bold-faced lie. It was a flat-out lie.
Oh, man.
You told these girls that you were even open to having an open marriage, but you and I called it a few weeks ago when we said, look, Braunwyn is playing chess. She is aware that me and my husband are going to last long, and I'm going to expose all of the transgressions that he has, whether it's looking at half naked women on a phone while sitting in first class, ordering a Bloody Mary, and a woman or male behind him is taking pictures to show Braunwyn because they're a housewife fan. She knew that. She knew to go on camera saying, are you open to have an open marriage? Because she want to show the courts, I have done everything and tried with this man to make this marriage work. You and I both know, whether, relationships married or not, you can feel a certain way about your wife or husband in the moment. Mm-hmm. And that shit dissipates as time goes on. And that's why people say, don't tell your best friend what's going on in your marriage, because 2 business days later, you can have a whole complete feeling. And that's the best friend. We hate your husband because he's looking at fucking photos and he's having an affair on you.
Exactly.
But you're like, what do you mean?
I'm going to stand beside him.
She got real defensive. So I think Braunwyn in the moment told the truth weeks ago. Yeah. I think she realized she may have said too much. And she's trying to protect her husband, Todd, which is normal because in any marriage, it is up and down. You hate your husband one day, you love him the next, but you realize, fuck, bitch, I exposed his transgressions and these women are going to hold my feet to the fire.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You can't try and protect your husband in marriage when you completely ran it over with the bus, backed up, ran it over again, backed up again and ran it over again, and backed up again and ran it over again, and backed up and backed up and backed up. Honey, this whole season, you have been dogging him out. This whole season. What do you mean? Like, here's the thing. It's exactly what you said. And I've never thought of that, but I love your take. You cannot tell your besties the shit your man did and then be like, oh, we back together. I'm a different person. That was yesterday. But not expect your besties to feel, still feel some type of way. They're still going to feel some type of way. Now, that's fine. We've all been there. That's totally understandable. What I don't understand is you acting like that shit never happened. That's what I don't get. It's one thing to be like, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
We did talk about having an open marriage and me picking out the women for him. And he was just looking at lingerie women on the phone and blah, blah, blah. But we're working through it. Those are two very different things. You can acknowledge what has been going on and be like,
Yes.
but we're staying together.
Yeah.
But you can't be like, that never happened.
Yeah. And
No.
the thing is this, she also knows that these women aren't genuine when it comes to their concern for your marriage. And that's why I appreciated Meredith giving her the play of like, look, I made the same mistake with these hoes. They don't care about your marriage. So the fact that you're being vulnerable to them isn't going to work in your favor. And that's why for me, it's this. I've said this about Potomac a few days ago in my recap, and I'm going to say this thing about Salt Lake City. And I'm curious to get your thoughts.
Okay.
The only friendship that I believe, well, there's two. There's one and a half. I'll love to get your thoughts.
Okay.
The biggest friendship that I believe is genuine, that they really do like each other, is Lisa and Meredith.
Yeah.
Like I really believe that they have this history, they have this bond. Like most friends, they fall out, fall back in, fall out, fall back in. But I think genuinely they like each other and that they keep in touch when they're not filming. Maybe I'll give it to Mary and Angie. Maybe. But I think it's too soon to call. My issue with Salt Lake City is I don't believe they're genuine friends because this is what you do want, Monica. You do want somebody to care what Braunwyn is going through in her marriage. You do want somebody to hug her and say, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And we're rooting for you. One thing about Atlanta, even New York City, when Bethany, now should be watching New York City Housewives back in the day, when it was amazing.
When it was amazing, honey. Yeah.
No shade, but hey, Bethany, Ramona, Luann, Dorinda, Sonia, just saying. When Luann was about to get married, and Bethany had to tell her, like, my best friend saw your fiance kissing another woman in the lobby of the hotel. Like, and they all cried to Luann. That's what you want. You want these girls to support Bronwyn. The sad part is, on one hand, I kind of understand Bronwyn if she felt that it wasn't a safe space for her anymore to be vulnerable because she knew those women were not genuinely concerned about the state of her marriage.
I'm going to combat that with.
Monica looked at me like, bitch.
Okay, let me say this. Yes, one of my favorite sayings is never confuse curiosity for care. And that is what we're seeing. And it's very, very true. They don't care, honey. They're just curious. And especially Miss Day, honey, she don't give a fuck. She just doesn't want to have to talk about her own damn life. So she's going to talk about yours. But I'm just going to combat that with, that's fine. I agree 100%, but she still should have acknowledged I said that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I shouldn't have. I don't feel comfortable sharing anymore. Like, let's have a real conversation. This is the problem that I hate, is be real. If you do feel like it's not a safe space anymore, then be like, you know what? I did say that. I did share it. I overly shared, and I don't really feel like it's a safe space anymore. And that would have been tea, you know? So I just wish that she didn't just completely act like, I don't know, man. That was weird.
That had never happened. That had never happened.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. So look, the ladies are in Greece for the international trip.
Shocking. We get to hear more about Greek shit. Yes.
I can't
I'm just jealous, bitch, because Greece is in my top 5 places to go. I'm just a jealous petty bitch.
Mine too. No, Greece is, for me, bitch, Greece is top 2. Like,
same. I swear. So I'm just being petty, honey.
No,
Love
Monica, I literally watched it. It was like, Okay, Carlos King, you got to plan Greece for 2026. We got to figure this shit
same bitch. I
out.
was like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
I'm about to
These
call these
Emmas,
motherfuckers
they get to
and be
go to
like,
Greece.
give me the discount rate, please.
I
I need
know,
to
bitch.
know. Listen, it look good. Angie's Greek, so that's why they're there.
Yeah.
Look.
I didn't know that. Is she?
She never said this.
I had no idea. That was a shocking reveal for the episode.
You gonna tell me Angie's Greek?
I didn't know, bitch.
First of all, I'm screaming. Okay. So they're in Greece. It looks gorgeous. Me and Monica are jealous now.
So jealous.
We're accepted. We're jealous. Congratulations, girls. And the producers. Damn, y'all went to Greece. Okay. Fucking feet shrimp. Shit. Okay.
I know, bitch.
So this Cartier watch. First of all, okay, let's get into it. Okay. One thing that
I literally have it written down. Cartier.
The thing is this: just like we did not know Angie is Greek, we had no idea that Lisa owned a Cartier watch. We don't know that. We
didn't know that. Yeah.
It was the first time I heard that Lisa owned that watch. So listen, revelations in this episode. Revelations 3:16. Okay. So with that being said, Heather decides to take advantage of duty free and buy a $6,000 Cartier watch as a gag gift and bought her cousin Whitney Rose one and said it's duty free, so low key we got two for the price of one. Okay, fine. As a gag gift to like confront Lisa and listen to me. It was I just thought, like Lisa said, it's the silliest argument to. Are you girls running out of things to talk about?
Yes.
That you are going to spend more than $6,000 to have a storyline.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Heather Gay spent $12,000 to have a storyline, a different topic.
We're the same.
I'm telling you, they just what? Flabbergasted, truly, because I don't understand. They keep coming and coming and coming for Lisa, and it's one thing that pissed me off about that scene, Carlos, I have to say this, was Lisa actually handled it like a champ. She's like, I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. And she was ready to let that shit go, Carlos. She was like, I'm good. Good on you. I'm happy for you. And here come little Miss Angie Greek K. And she's just like, I have a Porsche and I have this and I have that and you're this and it's like, girl, she handled that with class. She was like, good on you. I'm glad you have a watch. And it was done. But I just, it was literally so ridiculous. I think it's funny that Angie is coming at Lisa for being materialistic when that was exactly what I was saying in season 4. And Angie was up my ass for saying that about Lisa. And here we are, a couple years later, and we got Angie in confessionals talking about how Lisa's materialistic. Okay.
Yeah. It was because the thing, you know what it was for me? It was one of those things where I felt like Angie was either told by producers, bring this up, or because it was so silly. And I'm getting tired of these silly, nonsensical arguments that doesn't really hold any true weight to it. And I said this last week, and I'm gonna say every fucking week until I see something different. I feel like they hit a wall with story.
I mean, we're in Greece, still on Meredith's ass. We're doing the same shit, but in a different country. Like, there's no, and I do want to say, I love that they showed Meredith attempting to have a private conversation with Heather. Like, I love that they rolled the footage on that and showed that Meredith is out here trying with Heather. And honestly, doing it in a genuine friendship way. If we're really friends, Carlos, and we got beef, I'm going to pull you aside. You and I are going to have that conversation. And that's exactly what Meredith was trying to do with Heather. And Heather kept trying to make it a group event. So props to Meredith for trying to keep that between them and have a conversation with just her. And props to production for showing that, because they didn't have to. They could have just been like, whatever. But they rolled that back and they showed that, no, Meredith was and has been attempting to fix shit with Heather.
Yeah, no, and that's why for me, in this episode, I thought Meredith handled everything well.
Yeah.
Because listen, I think Meredith sort of like, look, did I act a fool on the plane? Sure. Did I think for the past month, you girls were going to bring this shit up every fucking day and have a hard on for this? No. So in order for us to move forward, let me just address it, make amends, and push past this, because it has gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I appreciated them showing that Meredith is at least trying with Heather. Because Meredith knows that Heather is, in my opinion, a producer's pet. Ooh. And I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious. And Meredith knows that Heather's the one that's going to continue to fan the flames when it comes to the airplane story. And unfortunately, we are subjected to another dinner where that is the main topic of conversation.
Yeah. And it was so frustrating for me to watch it and not be at that table. Let me
tell me about that. Yeah.
No, because the way people can believe what they want. I know everyone thinks I'm full of shit. That's fine. But I truly have not watched
the club. No,
right? I truly have not watched a season since my season. So this really is my first time watching all episodes, full episodes, and the last couple episodes, Carlos, I'm like, this is why I'm not there, man. Like, this is why I'm not there, because I challenge the fuck out of them, and they do not like that. So watching that scene with Meredith and seeing Heather and what the fuck she was saying, if I were there, I would have been like, I'm sorry. Did you just say selective outrage? Did you just say that? Because the amount of selective outrage that you had for others versus Jen Shah is astronomical. So I know you're not getting on our girl, Meredith Marks, for being selective about what she chooses to be upset about and not chooses to be upset about. Chooses to hide, not chooses to hide. When you are sitting on the biggest throne of selective outrage out of everyone else at this table, like, it's infuriating, Carlos, to have somebody like Heather yelling at Meredith Marks, okay, about what she can and can't choose to be upset about. Be so fucking for real right now. Because we watched Jen. Look, I don't want this to be a Jen bashing thing. I really don't. But this is facts. This is just facts. We watched Jen lash out at every single person. We watched Jen throw glasses. We watched Jen charge Lisa on a bus. We watched all of this stuff happen. Where the fuck were you, Heather? Where the fuck were you? Not once were you like coming at Jen for how she was acting. But this is being drugged to hell because Meredith lost it on a plane. Like, it's so infuriating. It's so infuriating to have such a hypocritical piece. Bitch, let me stop. Bitch.
Go.
You know what it is? It's also the sexual thing. Okay? Because I don't know if you remember in season 4.
Talk about it.
When we were dressed, bitch, I showed up as Johnny Depp with a mustache as a pirate.
Yes, of course.
And I brought up sex, and I was the fucking disgusting for bringing that up when we've got Heather fucking dry humping a champagne bottle. Okay, and talking about sex this, sex that, and da 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 da. This is what I'm saying with Heather. The hypocrisy is astounding, and I wanted to be at that table so bad to charge her ass for what she was. The words coming out of her mouth to Meredith when she has the track record she has. It's a damn joke. It's a damn joke at this point. It's even with Lisa, right? You ruined my life. I mean, there's so much shit that people don't know that woman has done to me in the real world, not just the show.
Heather.
A Heather.
Okay.
Yes. Over this blogger page. Okay. But then you find out apparently you have receipts, which I'm wondering if they're the ones that I gave you, bitch, from the burn book. Okay. But then you sit there and watch What Happens Live and say you have receipts on Lisa talking to bloggers, and then in the same breath say it doesn't matter. So for me, it's burn her at the stake. For Lisa, it doesn't matter. And you want to talk about selective outrage. Okay.
Question for you. Why do you think, speaking of the word selective, and I'm going to take it to another category, why do these women have selective memory when it comes to calling Heather out on how duplicitous she is when it comes to having selective outrage over one thing over another? Like, are they scared of her? Do they just not remember, or are they afraid to call her out?
I don't mean this to sound insulting at all, okay? I don't think they're quick with it. That's it. And I think that's why she hated me so much. I think it's, something that in the moment, it takes a special kind of person to be able to be like, bah, 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 yeah. on the spot, boom, 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 boom. And yep, it really does. Okay, you got you got your Nene leaks like that. You know what I mean? It takes a special. Kenya, yes, bitch.
Teresa Judite.
Yes, bitch.
It's when you're able to take what somebody's saying to you and taking that, flipping it, and being like, bitch, boom. Yes, it's true.
And I'm not saying this cocky, but I am able to do that. Call it years of training with LD, okay? My crazy ass mama. But unfortunately, I have gotten into a place where I'm just very quick with it. And I think that's why they hated me. Because where do you go from there? You know what I mean? What is Heather going to say to that? Literally, it's the truth. So what are you going to say? Other people need a minute. I don't agree with you. And they need to process and they need to think and they need to, it's baffling. It's honestly so baffling and infuriating to watch. And it's just, I don't even think it's about Britney. I don't even think that they don't know.
I don't give a fuck about Britney. Are you kidding me?
No, like, come on. It's not even about that. I don't. Carlos, Heather, I don't know if you know this was on Watch What Happens Live last night. And I didn't watch it because hello, but I did see, I did see a lot of the clips. And this is just an example. That woman sat on that stage and was asked a question about Britney versus Meredith and which one she would pick. Again, I didn't watch it, so I can't say exactly what was asked. And she picked Britney. And that woman sat on that stage and said, because a friend that gives ultimatums is not a friend at all. And I'm like, not when you gave an entire cast an ultimatum. Don't talk to Monica or else. Not when you gave a network an ultimatum. Don't bring back Monica or else. Like, this is what I'm saying. So
she said that on Watch What Happens. I mean, I hope, were people in the comments calling her out? Because I hope they're quick with it too. Take your magnesium pills, people. I don't even know what goes on behind the scenes, right? I even know by watching the show, you could tell that she
Yeah.
gave an ultimatum to those cast about you. Like it was obvious
Mhm.
that on that on that Big Little Lies-esque
Yep.
scene on the beach where all these women are in their swimwear and their
Yeah.
gowns are like, "Ugh."
I
You know,
know.
it gave Big Little Lies. To me, it was orchestrated by we're about to ice this bitch out. Like
Yeah.
it's you don't have to be producer to see what was
Yeah.
happening. So the fact that she went on Watch What Happens Live to say anything about ultimatums not being a thing when you are the queen of ultimatums.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not bad Mormon, it's bad ultimatum. Like that's who you are.
Quick! Hurry! She's gonna take that for her 20th book title, bitch.
The
Hurry!
ultimatum Mormon. Yes, bitch. In stores soon. Okay. What did you think of
Exactly.
Lisa crying about feeling like, look, you girls, well, you have just have been against me, and you know, she said it hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
It
You
hurt my
know,
feelings.
man, like I said, you got me fucked up because I'm out here. I'm out here feeling bad for Meredith. I would, Meredith, if this gets to you, if you're watching, I would have fought so hard for you at that table, girl. This season is pissing me the fuck off. I don't like it. And I also don't like that they had me feeling bad for Lisa Barlow, man. I don't like where I'm at right now. Because Lisa and Meredith they've taken a beating this season. And unfortunately, I know how that feels. It's not fun. It's not fucking fun. And I get, people are going to be like, well, everyone gets their role. Everyone has to be a villain. Everyone has a bad season. Everybody, yeah, sure, but it still sucks. It still sucks. They're still living it. They're still going through it. They're still dealing with it. They're still facing it. These are long ass filming days. I couldn't believe, Carlos, they went straight from the plane to a dinner. I'm like,
Shocking.
I'm in their plane clothes.
Yeah.
They are exhausted. I'm sure this is a lot. It's real. At the end of the day, these are real people and they are filming and you do have real emotions. So, when she was crying, I'm sure that's coming from somewhere, whether it's a culmination of a lot of things. John, her kids, she's tired. I don't fucking know.
The lawsuits.
The lawsuits, honey.
Yeah.
You gotta. I felt bad. I felt bad that she was getting glam, which we all know is Lisa Barlow, and you've got them all just talking shit the whole time. Like, you guys know that's Lisa. At that point, it's Lisa, and you should just expect it, right?
Expect it and accept it. Like that's
Yeah.
And I think that's listen. I think this show has to do an overview of what they have, and of course who they have, and reassess. No, they have to. They have to reassess. There needs to be a cash shakeup. I'll say it now. Oh no, there has to be.
I will say, you're not wrong. I just have to say this before I forget. Allegedly, they are doing that. I will just leave it at that. But allegedly, they are not with me. Okay. But
yet, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, allegedly they are doing that. So I'm just letting you know you're right. Go ahead.
No, it's music. Look, music to my ears. And the thing is this: I think it's one of those things where they just don't have anything to talk about, and I really do want to see real friendships. I was looking forward to seeing a friendship between Braunwyn and Lisa because they had
were friends.
And they were friends. I don't like it when friends fall out to the point of no return. Yeah. And there's no trust there. And it just seems to me like the group isn't a safe space in terms of having conflict resolution. Like, okay, bitch, we have conflict. Let's resolve it. We do like each other. Even at the end of this episode where Meredith walks away because she just like, at what point do you guys just stop beating me up. Like,
woof, I get that, honey. Yeah.
no, and I want to ask you about that. Like, I felt really bad for Meredith in this episode because
Yeah.
the only way for it to make sense to me for them to keep dragging this out is if we have footage A and B, she was like, it never happened. I think Meredith, in so many words, is saying something happened. It may not have happened the way you are saying it, but I acknowledge something happened. And she's right. I only owe Brittany an apology. And then to have Whitney Rose say, well, no, you also owe us an apology. And it's like,
yeah,
Whitney, I love you down boots, but stay out of this, girl. Like, bye. Like, it doesn't involve you. It involves Brittany. If Brittany can move on, I don't see why these other girls are harping on it still.
It's yeah, it's just there's nothing else going on. And unfortunately, that's literally what you said. That's what it comes down to. Either we're harping on it because we've got footage that's going to be revealed, or we're harping on it because we've got nothing else to talk about. And I completely disagree with the fact that they have nothing else to talk about. You could be riding Bronwyn's ass right now instead of giving her yet another fucking green for go pass and not making her talk about the fact that she's completely denying that she ever said any of this shit. Why are you guys not talking about that? Like, I don't know.
True.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there are other things happening that you guys could be talking about. You guys could be talking about Whitney and Justin's business situation that Whitney is talking about. Like truly though, there are
good point.
Yeah, there are things going on. There's other shit going on. And so, yeah, like you said, it's got to be either they don't want to talk about any of that shit, or there's footage. I just it doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird, and I'm actually just surprised by it because I haven't seen this happen on this show before. So the fact that it's happening is why I'm saying the only answer for me is like we're going to need to make some changes with this cast, and at least unfortunately, because I don't want to see anybody lose their job, obviously, but I think what makes sense is I could see a world where two of them are removed and replaced.
Ooh, so okay, I have to clear this up because my ass always gets in trouble, bitch. Everyone else gets away with everything. I am held to a different standard, but I have to clear this up because I will get in trouble. I have not talked to anybody in production. Okay, I don't know shit for sure. These are all things I'm seeing online or stuff that is anonymously sent to me. Okay, but just keep that in mind, okay? Apparently, Meredith was offered a friend of role for next season, and she was like, absolutely not. And so they're dealing with that, which, if that's true, I don't think it is. But if that's true, good on her for being like, honey. I gave you a plain story for the rest of the season. But apparently, yeah, they're looking at demoting 2 and bringing in like 3 newbies. And again, I don't know any of this for true. I don't know any of this for certain. We're just kikiing and having fun talking about it. But that is what's sliding in my DMs. And honestly, I mean, real opinion. I don't even think they've had negotiation talks yet. So that's why I don't personally. That's why I personally don't believe it and don't give this shit a lot of stock. But it's funny to hear the rumors and it's fun to see what's happening. But I don't even think they've talked about shit yet. So
no, I think this. I definitely think, which by the way, it happens on every show, guys. I definitely think they're looking at other women.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that part for sure. Yeah.
They're definitely looking at other women and poking around and talking to people, putting people on tape.
Always.
Yeah, I think that's for sure. I think nothing definitive just yet have been made. I think possibly, like you said, some loose conversation, some suggestions of different positions of roles on the show. I could see things being seated in conversation.
Exactly.
But I think to your point, nothing definitive as
No.
of today. So I have to agree with you with that. And look, next week they're still in Greece. The coming attractions didn't show anything different. But hey, we'll see. It did, girl. I was like, wait a minute. Are we still on this ship about the plane?
I
Okay,
know.
girl,
I
please play it.
know.
Wrap this shit up.
No, and I'm like, Jen Shah's out, bitch, so y'all better bring that shit. Jen Shah is out. She is free. Free Jen Shah. Hashtag uphold the Constitution, honey. And they have some real competition now, so they better bring it. They better bring it.
Not uphold the Constitution. Monica Garcia, I'm obsessed. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Love you.
Ladies, gentlemen, gays and days. Monica Garcia and I will be back next week to recap another episode of Salt Lake City. Until then, make sure if you're listening to this on audio, check out the YouTube so you can see our reactions to it. It's a fun watch.
Bye.
Thank you, Monica Boo.
Love you.
I love you, babe.